Training with a 9 to 5 isn't easy. You clock out, you're tired, you're busy, you don't want to be in the gym. And this leads you to miss a day, maybe 2 days. This can lead to a week, months, perhaps even a year. Then as time moves on and you start realizing you've pretty much just gotten out of shape. Back then you were consistent, but that's just because life was easier. Well, that's what you're telling yourself. I was consistent because life was easier, because I didn't have as many responsibilities. Yeah, look, man, life changes, life gets harder, life becomes, it changes, yes. But the thing is, if your mind does not change with your life, then you stay in the exact same spot. You don't move up. You think you're moving up, but that's just because your mind is coping with the fact that you're not. And look, I've told my friends this many times. And a lot of the times I always tell this one specific friend of mine, close friends. I always tell them, dude, sometimes we try to do the things that make us feel better about not actually doing the work we must be putting in. This can be when you're starting a business and you're actually, instead of actually doing the work, you're learning, you're watching courses, but you've not done even a single hour of work. In the gym, it can be you're postponing it again and again. You're watching training videos, you're watching videos on how to create your plan, on how to stay motivated, but you've not actually even hit the gym. You're doing things that make you feel better about yourself, but in reality, these are not pushing you forwards. My promise in this video is that I'm going to help you build one of the strongest mindsets known to man. And I'm not going to be telling you, oh, just work out, bro. Oh, it's just all discipline. Honestly, dude, I've been there. And I am there in some spots in other areas of my life. And I can tell you one thing, it's not just about discipline. It's also about so many more things. It's also about how you see it, how your perspective sees it. Look, first thing first is I want to tell you, in order to build a strong and resilient mind, you got to start seeing things in a different light. I'm going to be honest with you. There are some days where I don't want to hit the gym at all. I'm insanely stressed. I got so much work to do. I got errands to run the next day, and I gotta be up early in the morning, even though it's already 8 p.m. or it's 7 p.m. and I still gotta hit the gym. I don't want to, but I still go to the gym. Even though I had a visit from corporate that day. I work a fast food job as a manager. So just in case you guys are new, that's what I do. And oftentimes we get corporate visits from district managers, we get corporate visits from vice presidents, and it stresses me out because I must put in more work now. I must show results, which I'm perfectly fine with. But again, it stresses me out. And when I'm done with work and I'm tired, you really think I want to be in the gym? You don't think my mind tells me, go home, play some video games, just watch your Game of Thrones, go to your girlfriend's place, just relax? And there's one thing I don't do. I don't go home and do that. I go to the gym. Just yesterday, we had one of our biggest visits yet. And it stressed me out. I had to put in more work now, more effort. And you know what I did right after that? I went for a run with one of my closest friends. We had one of the best runs ever. It felt liberating. We made jokes. We pushed each other. We motivated each other to keep on going. We traded insights, we traded thoughts. It was amazing. You know how that made me feel right after? It made me feel better. I performed better. I had a better mindset towards everything in life. All because of a run. Now look, man, we're not in the exact same situation. We're not in the exact same job. But our situation can be similar. And I want to tell you, working out is honestly going to liberate you. It's going to help you perform better. But look, only if you build a resilient mind in order to handle everything that life is gonna throw on you. And the way you do this is by thinking about the micro, not the macro. You think too much on the big picture and not the tiny little pixels that make it up. Look, man, you think about your physique, your dream physique, but you don't think about the workouts that are gonna get you there. You don't think about the planning that's gonna get you there. You don't think about the days where you don't wanna be in the gym that's gonna get you there. You only think about the big picture. So guess what? You have no plan at all, or your plan absolutely sucks. Let me just fix the camera up a bit. There you go. Or your plan just absolutely sucks. And I want to tell you one thing. If you're not consistent, start thinking about the micro. Look, have these two, or at least actually have 1 to 3 days where they're non-negotiables. You cannot reschedule these days at all. These are the days where you go work out at any period of time where you have availability. If you drop your kids off in the morning, you have 1 hour, you go and train for 1 hour. You go to a park, you run, you do some push-ups, you do something. If it's right in the evening, right before, or I don't know, in the afternoon before you go pick up your kids, you go to a park. You don't even need to go to the gym. You can literally just go to a park. I was literally ranting to my friend about this yesterday. I was like, dude, it's crazy how there are people that are out of shape. We literally have a park right next to our workplace. I go on my runs right there and I run around my fucking my work neighborhood. And I feel amazing. The park has pull-up bars. If you could not do a pull-up, then you buy resistance bands. If you didn't have weights, then you buy the weights and you bring it to the park. But you start thinking about solutions towards your problems instead of saying, I can't. I don't have time. I can't. I don't know what to do. I can't. My mom doesn't let me. You think of solutions. The reason why you're fat, the reason why you're out of shape, the reason why the world gives you the shittiest fucking things is because you don't think about solutions. You don't think about the world in a positive way. Think about it in a positive way. Think about the solutions you can put out to the world, put out to yourself. Because that's when your life is going to begin to change. When you have such a positive mindset about the world, about your future, your ambitions, and how much you're willing to push forwards, that's when the world is going to actually give you something back. Before I go on a whole tangent here, I'm gonna stick onto the topic. Have 1 to 3 non-negotiable days where you must hit the gym no matter what. And then after that, if you do more, that's great. If you do nothing else, that's fine. That's fine. Remember, you're just building a micro. And again, this can also tie into meal prepping. This can tie into so many more things. You don't need to be going to like Whole Foods or Walmart or Costco and buying things every day. Dude, have this one day in the week where you go and buy bulk food. Have this one day in the week where you meal prep for the next 3 days. Have 1 day or have 1 hour in the morning where you meal prep for the whole day. You wake up at 5 a.m. and you meal prep. Or perhaps you do it the night before. Look, man, a lot of the times you sit there and you think, oh, now is not the perfect moment. There is no perfect moment. There will never be a perfect moment. The perfect moment is now. That's when you stand the fuck up and you go do the work you've been putting off for the last month because you're just scared. If you don't meal prep, you're scared. If you keep on failing a meal prep, you've not learned your lesson. You're still scared. You're still not making progress. I once created a video and I titled it, "The result you want is hidden behind the work you don't want to put in." The work you don't want to put in is the reason you're staying the exact same. It's not your strategy. It's not your mom. It's not your father, your brother, your sister, your job, your children, your wife. It's you. You are the problem. I was literally telling my friend this yesterday. We are the problem. Every time we cannot achieve something, we are the problem. We must change our ways and we must work towards what we want. Before I finish this video, I want to tell you, I've given you the mindset. I've given you the way how to make your mindset fucking strong. I've told you that you need to have 1 to 3 non-negotiable days. And I've told you that you need to focus on the micro more than the macro. Now I want to finish this video off and I want to tell you, if you want to implement all of this, everything I've mentioned in this video and my past videos that have basically changed my life and allowed me to build my dream physique, even while working at 9 to 5, even while busting my ass off outside of it, click the link below. This is basically my program, which is going to offer you nutrition advice, which is going to offer training advice, training principles, a whole bunch of things, as well as offer daily counseling on how to achieve what you want to achieve from someone who has done it already. Even if you work a 9 to 5, even if you're working 50 hours, 40 hours, 30 hours, part-time, this is for you. Click the link below. Hop on a call with me. Let's fix your solution together, brother. Hope you have a great day.